suggest on this maiden edition, we're going to talk about old school and new school marriages. Which one is the best? What is your choice? And why so many divorces now? Guys, what do you think?
Old school.
Old school.
I'm going for old school. Actually, you know what? It's a double-edged sword. And the reason why I personally said old school is because I think that the courtship, why did you do your face like that? Don't you
Courtship.
see? Yes, exactly.
Old
they
school.
don't have
Old
that.
school.
Say old school, right? Old school, and I think there were just certain things like the woman understood her place, her position. She played her position more. The man understood his position. That's not to say they didn't have challenges.
Okay.
Because they're always going to have challenges, but they weren't so quick to run and get divorced. But that's why when you make your vows, they say for better or for worse, because that means that's the whole point of marriage, is making that commitment. I think first and foremost, a lot of people today move too fast and commit to things that they really aren't ready for, and that's why divorce rates are high. But I see you giving a look. What you want to say, sister?
I want to say something. I just want to jump out of this chair and say but what do you mean position? Position, you say the woman has a position and she understands that, and the man has his position and he understands that.
Yes.
But sometimes they're not good at it. It's either the man doesn't do his job providing for the home, or the woman doesn't do her job supporting
Then
the husband.
they're not playing
Hold
the
on.
position.
Hold on.
Huge part.
But they're not
For the
playing the
old
position.
school.
For the old school. Thank
For
you.
the old school, women, especially we Africans,
Yes.
women, we knew our place was the kitchen. Our place was to cook, clean the house,
And
the
for our
man,
man,
right.
be the helpmate.
Okay, but wait a second. Who assigned that? Who assigned?
Thank you.
Who said? Wait, who said? Who said women?
Let me give you my good ear.
Wait, who said women? Your place should be in the kitchen and
Let me tell
man.
you what.
Okay, you know what?
I'm sorry,
Let me
I'm very
tell you what.
pro woman, and that just drives me crazy.
You know what? You know what?
Let me tell you what.
Okay,
With
I'm
the
like
old
position.
school, with the old school, nobody said what. It's kind of like
It's
tradition.
society.
No, you know what? Can I tell you something?
Somebody say
Me
brainwash.
personally, hold on. Me personally, I would prefer to have, me personally, I'm not married now, I'm single. I would prefer, I think when I say position, understanding position, man is protector, provider, in my opinion. Woman is helpmate. That can, when you say helpmate, men, like if you look at how men and women, let's just say, taking it back to hunters and gatherers.
Okay.
It's not a woman's position. I don't think it should be a woman's position to go out into the jungle and be fighting lions and bears to bring the food home.
No.
That's what the man is supposed to do. If danger comes around, he's supposed to be the one that gets up and protects the family. Now, I think that's a lot. That responsibility as a man, that responsibility to do that as a man is a lot. So as women, I think our responsibility, that does not mean you should be a slave. That doesn't mean you should be abused. But understand that it is for me to comfort him and prepare him and provide an environment for him that when he has to get up and go and face the world the next day, he's prepared. So whether that's cooking or giving him sex, rubbing his back, and like I said, it goes both ways. But that is, I think, is the basis. I don't. And nowadays things have changed because you have a lot of single parents. Women are given more opportunities, at least for black men.
And as we can see, women can handle more than the man. Anybody disagree? Because I know
disagree.
more organized.
I disagree.
Way more. A lot of single mothers out there that do way more.
There are a lot of single guys out there.
They play both.
There are single
mothers.
No, but I know
I don't know my dad.
I know a lot of single mothers
Okay.
that are playing those roles amazingly enough.
This is what I think, okay? This is just my opinion. And I think that, like I said, the old school marriages, women knew their place, they knew their expectations, their responsibilities, and men did. And they took care of it pretty good, okay?
So
and men will provide, hold on, and men will provide, African men will take care of their women. That's how I grew up.
Well, when you find that African,
that's what I was
let me
used
know
to.
because I know Siano.
Okay, I mean, I used to say that. I used to say that. But what it is, this is, economy is changing.
Right.
Okay? Now they can do everything by themselves. Okay? And in a way, the men feel like they are losing their mantle in the relationship or in their marriages because women feel, okay, if I can buy a car, I can buy a car too.
Right.
If you can pay for, tuition, I can pay for tuition too. So the respect is down. Okay? We don't give them the respect as as we used to give
Hey,
them.
but I'm a
Because
firm
right now we
believer
feel
in-
like we can provide it with the help of a man or without the help of a man. But this is what it is. A man is a man, regardless.
Exactly.
But why should that
If-
have to be
if-
said?
If a
Why does
woman
that have to
makes
be said like, well, a man is a
$5,000
man?
a week,
What does that
if you
mean?
make $5,000 a week,
That
your
doesn't make
husband
you
is
the
your
man.
husband.
Exactly.
A man is a man.
Okay, but your wife is
Then-
your
What
wife.
does that mean?
Respect the
I'm-
wife.
I'm
You
coming
know
there.
how we
I'm
carry
coming there.
babies for 9 freaking months. What man can do that?
That's
Wait
what
a
I'm
minute,
saying.
but
we
men
men
like
like
are
them
supposed
more.
to do that.
They're
That's
not
why they're
supposed
called
to.
men.
Exactly, but
Right.
I'm not saying
Just
that
like a
the
woman
man,
is not, because me personally, I'm a single parent.
Right.
I don't necessarily, I have to work 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. I don't want to have to get up and go and have to, if I
Hustle.
work, I want it to be because that's what I enjoy doing.
But do you think most men these days actually play that part of being a breadwinner like you would like them to?
I don't think so.
Well, you know what?
They're not
It's a
used to
double-edged
that.
sword.
Because now
It's
if
a
they're not
double-edged
used to
sword.
marry a man, it's kind of like, well, you need to do something too.
Well, guess what? No.
Now-
it's a double-edged sword. You know why? Because women and women's live, we're so, well, I'm independent. I can do this. So men need to feel needed. And if men don't feel needed and you over here screaming, well, I can make more money
Hello?
than you and this, that, and the
Hello?
other, why would he
Women
want to
need-
be, why would he
women
want to,
need
why
to
would he
feel
want
needed
to,
too.
why would he want to provide? Why would he want to be
Women
around
need,
that kind of
we
situation?
have to feel needed too, okay?
Exactly.
The
And
thing
that's
is-
why I said
the thing
position.
is,
So how does this tie in with
if-
marriage?
If I support, okay, you're my husband, you work 9 to 5, I work 9 to 5. I mean, I don't mind washing dishes. I don't mind cooking for the house. But I don't want to go to work from 9 to 12 and come home with your plate in the sink, talking about old school African marriage. I don't buy that.
I
That
mean,
is
I'm just
annoying.
saying, this is what
But
I'm
then
saying.
again, old school African marriage, women didn't go and work Monday through Friday.
You're
nine to five.
right.
So we all need to adjust
Yes.
and get used to it. We have to
Okay,
get
I
used
agree
to
with
what's
you on
the
that.
difference?
On
So
that,
what's
but that's
the
different
difference?
from old
So
school.
what's
So
the
let's talk about
difference
new
between
school marriage
school?
now.
So what's wrong? What are we doing new school that we weren't doing old school? First of all,
Okay.
it's courtship. What happens to courtship?
Courtship is
Well, the
out the
courtship,
window.
I don't actually buy no courtship things.
Mm.
Hello, I have to get to know you.
That's what courtship is.
Courtship is
Hold
like
on,
opening
hold on.
doors, meeting
Hello,
parents.
I have to get to know you in every way.
But that's what courtship
In
is.
every way. In
What-
bed.
what-
What is every way? Okay,
No,
wait.
that's not
Wait, hold on. What is every way? Did you just say
What
in
is
bed?
courtship?
Right.
Well, in my understanding,
Hold on, wait.
Courtship. We
my
mean
understanding.
courtship.
Wait, hold
Hold on,
is
no,
that-
wait.
Guys, I have finished.
I'm
Yes.
saying-
You have to know everything in bed?
This is what I understand.
No, just like that, not courtship.
Okay, what
Courtship.
do you understand?
What is your- what is your
It's
definition
maybe
of
you
courtship?
get to know each other, and I guess you don't have sex before you get married.
That's not necessarily courtship.
Well, that's what I understand. That's how I
Courtship
understand.
is
Is
to know
taking
someone.
the time to get to know
It's an
someone.
investment on
Then that is not courtship. Then that, I mean, it's
People don't do courtship anymore.
Courtship
It's,
is like,
I
I'm
need
coming-
you. Right. Courtship is taking your time to get
Get
to
to
know
know
what the
someone.
other person. It doesn't matter. It takes time to do
Okay.
anything and build something with
Let
quality.
me ask you a question.
So nowadays, a lot of people
They
meet
skip
one
the
Can
courtship
another.
I ask you a
and
question though?
Yeah, just to conclude.
What is the difference in
Okay.
this modern world or in
Like
this
what?
century?
Eh,
What is the difference between courtship and relationship? I mean, boyfriend, girlfriend,
Courtship,
relationship.
you're supposed to have courtship
Hold
before
on.
you get to that,
Yes.
before you commit. But having a boyfriend and girlfriend or boyfriend-girlfriend takes commitment. Why are you committing to somebody you don't know? And
Okay.
then people wonder
well,
why their relationships don't
I
work
wouldn't
out.
just jump. For me,
No, but
I
courtship
wouldn't
is
just
not
That's
jumping.
what
That's what I'm trying
courtship
to tell
is.
you.
Courtship is courtship is dating,
Yes,
going
that's
out,
what it is.
doing
Dating.
things together, finding out what the other person likes, what the other person dislikes.
That's
Can I
courtship.
deal with you?
Okay, I
And then
can be
once
in a
you-
relationship
Okay.
with somebody. Maybe I just met a guy.
Okay.
He said he liked me.
Okay.
I like him. He's kind of my kind of guy, but I
Okay.
don't really know him that much.
Okay.
So
But
before
hold on, his appearance and everything, the way he talks, the way
Okay.
he dressed, everything, I like it. That's the
Okay.
kind of guy that I want.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm trying to get to know this guy.
Okay.
We date. We go out to eat. Okay, we talk on the phone. We are talking, we're not talking as friends, but we talking as in, we want to date, we want to be in a relationship.
Okay.
Will you call that courtship? We're not having sex yet.
No, but courtship to me making it
It's deeper
simple.
than that.
Courtship is just building understanding, because at the end of the day you can date 20 guys. That doesn't mean you want to be in a relationship with
with
them.
all 20.
Well, I guess it's the
Dating
for
is
me,
just
I
going
think,
out and finding out what you like, what you dislike,
I
setting your
think
standards.
courtship and relationship is
relationship.
the same to me.
No.
Dating,
That's why divorce rate
like
is
right
higher in new marriages, new age marriages, because we're not taking our time.
you know why divorce rate is higher?
Why?
You know why?
Why?
Because we all are not adjusting to this new modern century.
Why?
When
The
our
new
new
modern
century-
century is what's driving us to divorce.
Well,
People are getting
because
married for the wrong reason.
women, because we work now, because we are at first. I mean, how
No.
many women were educated as our husbands?
I don't think
Now,
that's the issue.
well, I think now I'm educated. I work. I
Okay.
get money.
Okay.
Sometimes I can earn more money than you
Get
do.
money.
Okay.
The same
Get
as
that.
you.
But what does that
Hello?
have to do with marriage, new age
I'm
marriages?
telling
I mean,
you.
she does
As
have
a
a
man,
point.
I'm telling you that.
What's the? No, I'm not.
Let me
not
say,
right.
I'm
I
with
don't
you.
have
I'm
it.
like stuck on
What
this
I'm
theory
saying,
right now.
what I'm saying is,
Okay.
I work.
Okay.
I go to school.
Right.
I have
Good.
2 bachelor degrees.
Okay.
My husband has the same.
Okay.
I'm a woman. It gives me some sense of power. I'm enlightened. You know, I know something now. My husband cannot look down on me. I'm not going to be a slave like my mother was. I'm not going to be a slave like my grandmother was.
And what is the?
Okay.
How were they slaves? Were they shackled to the bed?
I will call my grandma, oh, Mom, this is what my boyfriend did to me. He'll be like, well, you know, that's the same thing your grandfather did, but you see, I was there. I had
But the
kids.
grandfather, it was married. No, it was husband, not boyfriend. There's a difference.
But you know, I think Nana has a point in terms of like nowadays, you know, women are more educated, and it's proven a challenge for
It's a
men
challenge.
to adjust to that. Because I mean, you can't just
Sounds like
tell.
a
But why
testosterone
wouldn't
issue.
it? Why wouldn't it be a challenge?
It is.
What's
part-
the challenge?
It is part of the issue.
It
I'm not
wouldn't
saying
be
that's
a
the-
challenge?
That's a major part of the issue.
No, and I agree.
It
But
is.
to me, it's a challenge because I see women that are so quick to open their mouths. Oh, I got a degree. I make money.
You
I
know
don't
what
have
is
to-
a challenge for
I don't have to
men?
listen to you. So at the end of the day, how can a man? Because I've seen situations where the woman makes more money than the man, but guess what? She doesn't flaunt it every moment she gets.
Okay.
And guess what? He's okay with that.
You don't
He's a man. He's
necessarily.
okay with that. I don't think a lot of men have an issue with you making the money because at the end of the day, woman is supposed to be helpmate. If I'm down, it's you. If you're in a good position, then that helps us rebuild.
Well, you don't
us.
keep saying-
But if you keep
saying-
throwing it into his face,
Sinetta,
how
you
is
keep
he
saying
supposed to
you don't
react
have to
about that?
throw
You
it.
keep saying women are supposed to be helpmates.
Yes.
But I don't think that is it in this 21st century that we're in. Women are they're partners now. It's turned.
But
it's gone
that's
from
what a helpmate is,
gone
a
from-
partner.
No, like
Yes.
when you start
Hello.
a business,
It's like the nights at the
Hello.
round table,
Hold
no
on a
long
second,
table.
Hold on
Hello.
a second. When you
That's
start,
what I think.
when you start a business and you're partners and you both have 50 and 50% stake in the company.
And men
right?
and women do have 50%.
And that's it. So both partners are supporting each other now. That's the
That's
different part
what
of it.
marriage is
So
supposed
it's
to
not.
be.
It's not exactly. That's
Right,
what-
so if
but-
somebody
but
messes that up,
let me finish
then-
my point. Let me
Okay,
finish
you're
my
right.
point.
Go ahead.
The woman, okay, way back in the day, the woman is mostly supporting the men and mostly like leaning. But now you have two people standing like this.
Yeah.
Basically, if one person falls, the other person falls.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's not one person leaning and this man standing straight. And if you fall, well, I can still stand. So that's what marriage in the 21st century has come to. It's like
Right.
you bringing in 50%, I bring in 50%.
Right.
We're both supporting each other. And I think that's where men
That's
are
financial, though.
stronger
But that's
unit. That's what we're talking
financial.
about.
And it's not
That's
always-
financial.
it's not always
So it
financial.
has nothing to do with your essence as a man and
Hold
your
on.
essence
So
as
what
a
does
woman.
that's what I
Hold
said,
on
is
a second.
financial
Hold
playing
on
a
a
major
second.
part in
No,
what
no,
love
no.
is
It's
supposed
not
to
just
be.
it's not just
I don't think
So
financially.
you married to
It's
be
not just financially.
financially.
No. It's not just financially. It's both emotionally, but everything.
But
It's
money
not
is
the-
But
Right
that's
now.
what makes
But
a
it's-
marriage.
but it
That's
always
what
all
holds
boils
a
down
marriage.
to
It's
money.
not
Let me
just
ask you
money.
a question.
It always
No.
boils
Let me
down to
ask
But
you
money.
a
maybe
question.
It
that's the
always
difference.
boils
But that's
down
the
to
difference
money.
between old school. Old school wasn't about getting married.
It was about-
and
well, you
this is
guys
about
need to
money.
remember-
So new
you guys
now
need to
new
remember-
school
New school is about money.
money.
Exactly.
They can have it.
You
I
guys,
don't want
you
it.
guys need to remember we're
I
not
don't
in
want
the
it.
old school anymore.
Let me
ask you
There's no more
something. Let me
jungle
ask
that
you
the man is
something.
gonna go catch some lion meat
No,
and bring it over
that's
to you
not.
to
That's
cook.
not.
We're in the new century and it's a different kind of
We
jungle.
all need
And guess
to
what?
And it's a different and it's a
As a
financial
woman,
jungle
I
out
don't
there
care
for
if
you to do
I don't care if I
anything.
make more than my man. I still want to know that.
Yeah, you're
he's
not-
protector and provider.
Absolutely. Okay,
Seriously.
guys.
Simple.
I personally think men do not feel comfortable. Okay? Right now, they do not feel comfortable because they feel like they don't get the same they don't get the same support, the same respect from women as they used to in the old school marriages. So that's the reason why there are a lot of divorces now. What do you think, guys? Give us your comments on info@nollywood.com. Thank you.